Once again, I'm starting out on mute. I am a little bit late to the party this morning. Good morning if you're just joining us. I am Stephen A. Hart. I am the host of the Trailblazers.fm podcast. And we've brought this thing over into live stream now for more than the past month. I've been working through all the bugs of coming live 3 times a week, which was quite a commitment. But have been enjoying the journey and the bugs, figuring it out as we go along. I'm hoping to continue to do personal live streams, talking on all things branding and and marketing and things related to entrepreneurship on Mondays and Wednesdays and Friday mornings. Traditionally, I will continue to do what I've always done with Trailblazers in bringing amazing Black entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals to the table. Um, this morning, I wanted to take an opportunity. We don't have a featured guest for today's episode, but we're still in Women's History Month, in recognition of this past Monday being International Women's Day. I thought we could feature 3 past guests who have done amazing work in their own businesses as coaches, as leaders, as authors. And so, one of the first people that I wanted to bring your attention to this morning is Patrice Washington. Patrice Washington was the first person that shared a cover with me on the homepage of Apple when Trailblazers was first featured in Black History Month, probably about 3 years ago. And Patrice runs an amazing podcast called Redefining Wealth, and it is America's money maven, right? She has been. If you're not familiar with her, you can follow Patrice. I'm gonna share her tag here with you guys, but you can find Patrice over at Seek Wisdom. Having all kinds of tech love this morning. Seek Wisdom PCW is her handle. Right? So go check out Patrice over on your favorite social platform, whether that's Twitter or Instagram. She's always on the gram. But Patrice is actually days away from the launch of one of several books. She's a multi-best-selling author, but she's authored a book geared around the topic of her podcast. And so her new book, Redefining Wealth for Yourself, comes out, I believe, in a few days from now. And so you definitely want to go and pre-order Patrice's book over on Amazon, right? Patrice and I shared in an episode, it could be episode 106. I'm going to guess that number, but it was in Black History Month at the end of our wealth series that we did, a 6-part wealth series that we did. And I promise you, Patrice's episode is amazing and worth checking out and taking a listen to. The next person that I wanted to highlight is a very dear friend and little sister of mine. It's Minda Harts. Minda Harts is an adjunct professor at NYU. She's an amazing speaker. She's an entrepreneur, and she's an author. She's an author of the book, The Memo, what women of color need to know to secure a seat at the table. And Minda also is in the process, I just closed that tab, of releasing her second book, Right Within. And so if you haven't had a chance to listen to the memo, you absolutely should. And that while the book is definitely geared to women of color, I think all leaders should definitely pick up a book, pick up a copy or several copies, and make sure that those in your leadership team and in your organization have read the memo. And I appreciate everything that Minda does in the work she's doing and the impact she's having, and encourage you to visit her website over at mindaharts.com. Definitely follow Minda. She's everywhere at Minda Harts. And I'll make sure I also throw that up. See, if I'm being honest, about 15 minutes ago, I had no idea what we were doing today on this live. But I have so much content, right? So we talked about Patrice and we talked about Minda. There's so much content in the Trailblazers archive that I thought, hey, we can come back and we can talk about some of the things that you might have missed if you're just recently choosing to follow me, right? And the third person that I want to highlight is my dear friend Kanika Tovo. Kanika was first on the podcast. Goodness gracious, I need to do a better job of making sure I step to the table and tell you exactly what episodes. But if you hop on over to tvpod.com, let's look back here. There's an archive of over 200 amazing professionals and leaders who have been on the podcast. And so definitely make sure you're coming through the archives. There's some amazing Black women here. And you see some of them, but Kanika was on episode 121. And Kanika brought the transparency and the truth and the realness about not getting wrapped up in failure. But one of the things that Kanika is really amazing at is branding as well. And she has an amazing website and is very polished in everything she does. And she speaks to people about, really making sure that your career is moving in the right direction, right? So she is she's the author of Career Rehab, and I definitely think that's another book to get a copy of. And I wasn't able to get the social card up in time, but Kanika is my guest next Friday. And the thing I wanted to have Kanika come on and share with us is the power of the pitch. There's nobody else who can pitch a speaking opportunity, pitch, a book proposal, and just a powerful person at articulating and voicing the strength that she brings to the table, and securing business and partnership and sponsorship. And so that's one of the things we're going to be talking about next Friday with Kanika right here. So next Friday, March 19th, I want you to join us for that conversation with Kanika Tovo. But again, Patrice Washington and her book, Redefining Wealth for Yourself. Make sure you go out and order a copy of that. Minda Harts, make sure you grab a copy of her book, The Memo. And lastly, Kanika Tovo, right? And her book, Career Rehab. Make sure you're getting copies of that. And again, if you're unfamiliar with me, I am the host of the Trailblazers.fm podcast, where I really dive into conversations with successful Black entrepreneurs, leaders, and professionals. I've interviewed over 200 amazing founders and authors and just passionate leaders over the past 5 years. You can find us on just about every podcast directory, or you can visit our website at tbpod.com, right? And learn a bit more about what we have happening. Um, I am in the final process. About a week from now, we will be launching or our very first full day. Now, for the past 2.5 years, I've offered a self-paced branding course within Brand You Academy. But next Saturday, given COVID, given all that's happening, uh, we are working to condense all the amazing information that we have within our personal branding self-paced course into a 1 day boot camp called Personal Branding Essentials Boot Camp. It's going to be a live virtual experience. It's going to happen next Saturday, so 8 days from now, Saturday, March 20th, from 9 a.m. to whatever time, right? It really goes 9 to 6. So it's going to be a full day event, full day experience. The last hour is going to be completely open for hands-on and questions, and we're going to be doing hands-on pretty much throughout the entire day, right? But we have a number of people signed up. We are looking for a few more busy, heart-centered entrepreneurs and leaders and corporate professionals who are saying, listen, I know I need to level up my personal brand. I want to be, I want my message and my brand identity and my digital assets to reflect more of the authentic person I am. I want to have more impact in the work that I'm doing, and I need to begin to monetize what I am doing, whether that's getting that promotion in your corporate setting, or that's continuing to build out your business and what you're doing so you're more profitable. If you're raising your hand and you're saying, Stephen, that is me, I want you to hop on over right now to stephenahart.com/bootcamp and go ahead and secure your seat at or boot camp, right? That's going to be an amazing experience next weekend, so don't miss out on that. I am uh, you know encouraged by many of you in that show up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Big up to Ralston, to Annette, to Stacy, to all the folks. I see Yvette here this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Veronica from East Africa. Amazing to have all of you guys in here this morning. Really appreciate you guys hanging with me. Um, you know, it is so important for me to begin to engage again. I am a content creator, and for reasons, over the past year, I had to step away from the platform. And it is so very good to get back to creating content. I will say live streaming has been fun. It's been quite the challenge, to say the least, because just about every time I go live, there's something that I feel like is going wrong, right? But I continue to push through, and I continue to create content that I think is of value and that supports the mission I have to help 10,000 heart-centered professionals to blaze their trail. And I do that by helping, with showcasing the success of other Black professionals through the podcast, and also through the online courseware that I've created around personal branding. And so that's my heart. That's a little bit more about who I am. Again, if you want to learn more about me, about the podcast, about the course, hop on over to tbpod.com. Definitely make sure that you are joining us again every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Listen, go enjoy your weekend. Have a blessed one. and I look forward to seeing you on Monday.